Hi, Rick here from Marvel Models and welcome to another Warhammer weekly update. So starting off this week, we'll go with the pre-order. So currently on pre-order, releasing this weekend, we have Ulthlak Blackhawk. I still have stocks of these. Once he goes on to a made to order. So if you do want to get one for release day, you can either order online or pop in store. So accompanying him was a Black Library book releases. We've still got these in stock as well. Again, you can get through the website or pop in store. So moving on from that, we have pre-orders that went live on Saturday there. We had a good rake of Legions Imperialis. Now, look, when I listed them, I did make a small mistake, and the Astarte support unit, I accidentally listed them with 0 stock, so it looked like they were out of stock immediately. They're not. I have now added the stock, so if you didn't get those, you can. Still got plenty of the other releases. Now, there was the book, The Great Slaughter. Originally, GW had limited us to, it was either 1 or 2 copies of those on the card, so they just showed out of stock straight away. Now, I've spoken to my account manager, and GW have now allocated another 10 to each store, or 5 to 10 to each store. Now, to save confusion, because these will go onto my next pre-order, so these ones will not release, well, I'll not have stock until probably a week after release. So if you want to pre-order those, they'll appear on the website in the future, probably next weekend, just so they don't get mixed up with current pre-orders. So moving on from that, we had of course Kill Team releases. So you had the War Gangs from the what was it called, the Salvation box set. So you had the Scouts, which were very anticipated, and we also had the Blades of Cain. Both of those are available to pre-order on the website. Still got plenty of stock on those. And there's also contents from the Leviathan box. So you had the Infernus squad. There was also a unique Space Marine Captain also available, and again available to order from the website. So moving on from that, we'll go on to pre-orders going on pre-order this Saturday. We have the Dark Angels content. So this is the contents from the army box. If I move over this way, you'll see it. So this is from the Deathwing Assault box. So all these units that were only available in the box will go on pre-order this Saturday. So you had the codex, you had the cards, but in addition to the units that are available in that box, we will also have obviously dice. They weren't available in the box, so dice. We have Asmodee, and we'll have the companions and also the upgrade sprues as well, which they're going to put into little bundles, so you'll get the upgrade sprue and the decal. So this is a bit like how you got in the, I think it was the Black Templars upgrades packs. It's a slightly bigger upgrade pack that will also be available for pre-order this weekend. There's also going to be a new combat patrol for Dark Angels. Now, originally Warhammer Community forgot to list this in the newsletter. They've now added it. So this will consist of I think it's 10 intercessors, 5 hellblasters, 3 Blade Guard veterans, and I think it's a captain in Gravis armor. So that'll be the contents of the new combat patrol box, which then also leads me into our combat patrol tournament, which will be which is this Saturday, the 24th. So if you haven't already done so, you can still book into that event. It's £15 for the day. You get 4 games. There's prizes for the first, second, and third, and painting competition. Just as a reminder to those that are coming, you get victory points, 10 victory points per round for painted models. Now that is standard for combat patrol rules. We sometimes don't implement them, so you're not pressurized to paint your models, but I kind of feel it's only a box of models, so you shouldn't have any problem painting them. It doesn't even have to be a high standard. As long as you've got paint on plastic, you can take advantage of those victory points, so keep that in mind. So that's it. Oh yeah, Colourforge sprays, they are now listed on the website. So Colourforge sprays are a new paint range. You get a 500ml can opposed to a normal 400ml can. They're a couple quid cheaper than Citadel sprays. All the paints are the same price, so we do them for £10.80. Typical Citadel Bray, I think it's about £12 more, so cheaper, but you do get about 20% more in the can. And there's slightly different paint, as in you don't just kind of muller it in one big thick coat. There is a thinner paint so that you can put it on like layer at a time, so it preserves your detail. But also, if you wanted to maybe experiment with slap chop method, because it's a less opaque paint, it will preserve some of the highlights under the paint if you decided to do that. So well worth a look at the Colour Forge range. If you go into the actual, because these paints are colour matched to GW colours, but they don't say that in the title, if you go into the description, it will tell you what colour it's actually matching to. For example, if you get, say, I think it's Convict Orange, that matches to Troll Slayer Orange from GW, so definitely worth a look. And they do all that. They, of course, they do the mattes, the matte white, the matte black, the matte varnish, etc. So you might want to check them all out. And just finishing off, I think I mentioned a while ago our phones were down. They are still down. It's a major hardware issue that we're having. So if you do phone, you're just going to get an answering machine. Don't leave a message because I've got no way of accessing the actual messages. But you can still obviously just email us, message us, whatever, any other way will come through and I will respond immediately. But just unfortunately, still need to try and get to the bottom of this hardware issue that is stopping the phone lines, which have worked brilliantly up till a year and a half, up to like literally a couple of weeks ago, and it seems something's updated itself and now unfortunately no longer work. So that's it. So thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye.